All right. Well, I appreciate all of you coming here and spending your time with us. My name is Lee Park, and I'm the VP of Sales for Augusta Lawn Care Services. I'm going to get right into it. Why should you join? Flat rate fees, no percentage royalty. 2, direct access to our founder and CEO. 3, become the Amazon of lawn care. Here's what some people say about us. I don't know if it's important to you or not. I guess it's not important to any of us at this point. There we go. Entrepreneur Franchise 500 rankings. Right now, we are currently 16th in new and emerging brands. We're 87th in the fastest growing, and we're 108th for veterans. We rank in the top 350 overall. Next year, we're cracking 250. We'll see the top 100 soon with Chick-fil-A. Now, before we get into that, this is our founder, Mike Andes, and I like to brag about him for a second. He started doing lawn care at 13 to pay his way through college. Not to save up for college, to enroll in college at 13. He has a master's degree and a bachelor's degree before he was 18 years old. Greg talked about special businesses. Augusta is one of them, and that man right there that I work for is a special man. He went and did service in Africa, Tigoni, Africa, that picture there on the side. He was planning on being a surgeon, but instead of going the surgical route and the medical route, he found out he could impact a lot more people if he started a business. And so he started Augusta, but it almost ended. He was sucked into the PTO of a dump truck, strangled by his jacket, almost died. Spent multiple days in the hospital. What was he doing in the hospital? FaceTiming his crew, taking phone calls from customers, because his business relied solely on him. And he realized he didn't have systems. And so what did he do? Document his journey for free for every other entrepreneur to see. How can I create systems in my business and help others avoid what happened to me? But everyone looked to Mike as an influencer, right? A consultant, not a partner. And Mike needed to have skin in the game to actually help small business owners, you all in the room. He wants to help you. So what did he do? Create a brand and a community. That's franchising. And Mike had already seen the power of franchising because he owns an Anytime Fitness. So our founder and CEO is a franchisee. You're in good company when you join Augusta. He sees the power of an established brand. He saw the power of systems and SOPs. So what's Augusta about? Our mission is to change the level of professionalism in the landscaping industry. How are you going to do that? It's a very unprofessional industry. I agree with you. We're going to raise the expectations of the consumer. Same way that Amazon did, right? Now if you're in the online retail space, you have to offer 2-day shipping and you have to offer free returns. Otherwise, Amazon right down the street from us is going to run you out of business, right? They raise the expectation of the consumer. We're going to do that the same way with professionalism in an industry that is not professional. What's going to happen is force the competition to change. A rising tide floats all boats. Better for the customer, better for the employees, right? If they don't, they will fail. And we are going to grow to 1,000 locations. We are going to dominate customer awareness. That's going to drastically bring down customer acquisition cost for all of our owners. And we will be the top of the funnel for all lawn care and landscaping leads. Now, we have 170 locations. Here's what they get. No percentage royalty. Okay, there's no penalty to grow. We have no perverse corporate incentive when we are helping you grow your business. There's a flat rate fee. Instead, you pay $1,600 a month. There's also no marketing fee on top of that. No hidden fees at Augusta. What would that look like if you had $1 million business? Because everyone in here either is going to grow one day or already has one. I believe that because you're here and you're pushing yourself to be better. What does that look like? Other brand comps, typically 8%. It's $80,000 a year. Augusta, $19,000 a year. 76% less. Initial franchise fee, fully refundable. How's that work? The Give Back program. We believe in giving back to the people that have helped us build our brand. At 5 years, if you want to start a second location, as Mary said, multi-unit owners are typically the best owners. At 5 years, we'll give you a check to invest that into your second location. At 10 years, you can just get a cash refund, hand signed by our CEO. Thanks for being a great representative of our brand. Leave at any time. There is zero penalty to leave Augusta. We are incentivized to do 2 things. Number 1, keep you in business because we get our monthly fee. We're going to be transparent about that. We just want to keep you in business, and we need to constantly prove the value of that fee. That is our only job. Now, here's a little bit of what you get. It's the short list. It is not the exhaustive list. Please check it out on our website, and I would be happy to take your questions. Thank you very much.
What you talked about 1,000 locations, right? What is your growth plan to get to that 1,000? What is I think 173 you're at currently?
We're at 170 currently.
Okay. So what is your growth plan to get to that 1,000 besides all of us?
Yeah, great question. Are you looking for specifics in terms of our strategy or?
I am.
Yeah, great. So actually, most of our brand is built on the back of our CEO and his social media presence. So my piece of advice to everyone in the room, yes, we're here to sell franchises. Every franchise I hear would love to gain new franchisees from this event. Please follow Mike on social media. He will help your business for free. So we have spent $0 on marketing. All of our talent is homegrown. People that come from the content, that see we are trying to raise the level of professionalism in our industry, and ultimately want to partner with us. So we do have a 10-year plan. 10 years we'll be at 700 locations, probably IPO. We have some tech elements as well, robotic elements. And then once we hit that IPO, it'll be like a quick jump to 1,000.
Question I had, it's really fascinating when I think of franchises. I don't instantly think of lawn care.
Yeah.
And so I think it's really unique that you came and shared this. You mentioned how 5 years that you guys will reinvest into your franchisees for a second location. 10 years, you can have a refund back. Yep. Of the 170, what is the longest standing franchisees? How many years have they been in, and how many have you given back that 10,000, given back their full, and then how many have you reinvested that 5,000 to help them get their second location?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we're a young brand, right? That's why we're ranked 16th and fastest growing in emerging brands. We've only been doing this for 6 years. So actually, this spring, we will be sending those 5-year checks to 7 of our first 10 locations. So 7 of our first 10 still operate today. We were young, we didn't know what we were doing. Well, we're still kind of young. CEO's 29, I'm 30, we're figuring it out. But so there's 7 of those original 10 are still in business. Of those 7, I'm in currently contact with 2 that are going to get that refund back to start location number 2. And a couple of them just want to run one location. That's completely fine. And at 10 years, we will happily give them that check back.
And I have a question about the revenue model. So $1,600 is what they pay to y'all, but then are customers paying them and they're able to keep that profit? And what about the seasonality of lawn care?
Yeah, fantastic question. What was your name again?
Keisha.
Keisha, thank you. Great question. So we do the flat rate model. No perverse incentive, right? That's our whole goal. We want the entrepreneur to be the entrepreneur, to make the money that they generate. We never touch the money. We don't set up your bank account. We have no controlling interest over your entity. It is your entity, it's your bank account, it's your cash flow. We just need that flat rate monthly fee.
So what is the average cost per lawn care service?
Yeah, so typically across Augusta, we see about a $1,500 to $2,000 per year average customer value. Yeah. In some markets, it's much higher. So we have some locations out on Long Island, out near the Hamptons, right? Their average customer annual value is like $4,000, $5,000. So that's our average across kind of all locations. And also, you did ask about seasonality. Apologize I didn't answer that. We actually just last year reinvested in Christmas lights. There is no brand that is known by the consumer on average that knows a Christmas light installer. Look up your local pressure washing guy, your local junk hauling guy. Look them up. What are they starting to do in the winter? Christmas lights, because there's a huge margin on those installations. So when you join Augusta, you actually get 2 businesses for the price of one. I'm not even kidding. We own the domain, augustalights.com, and that's already ranking nationwide, usually on the first page of Google, for people looking up Christmas light installers, even in markets we're not in yet, because we already own that domain.
That's a powerful pivot. That's important to know.
Yes, we are curing seasonality, as we would call it. Seasonitis. It's a gross disease. Don't do it.
Awesome. And we'll take the last question from Tony.
Oh, thank you. What are the average equipment costs that a franchisee may experience?
Yeah, great question. So we actually just did a poll on every business that has been with us beyond 3 years, just to get an average of what their investment was and what their revenues are now and their profitability, which I can't publicly share on stage. But investment on average is right around $80,000 in total. Now our initial fee, happy to answer that, $24,000. But remind you, fully refundable at 5 and 10 years.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you all.